What we are seeing today are the 9 super easy faceless YouTube niches making $15,000 in 2026. Now, before we go any further, I want to call upon the people who have not yet subscribed to this channel. And I want to let you know that we put out videos on each and every day to allow you get a better sense of the various new and super easy faceless YouTube niches that are working out. These are the 9 super easy faceless YouTube niches that are making $15,000 in 2026. So let's go into them. Before we go any further, I want to call upon you to subscribe to this channel for the ones who have forgotten to subscribe, because we put out videos on each and every day to allow you get to see the opportunities of the easy faceless YouTube niches that you can jump into and be able to make money. So if you really want to make money out of faceless YouTube niches, can you please subscribe to this channel? So let's continue. Now, this is our first channel. When you look at what they've done, they have 50,000 subscribers and they only have 40 videos with 512,000 views. They don't have so many views, but when you look at what they're doing, they're simply doing these videos mostly about, the videos are related to Europe, but mostly in conjunction with Donald Trump. It's mostly a news related channel. But I want you to see something. Before they started doing these videos, when they started off 3 weeks ago, they were doing mostly videos about Ibrahim Traore, and the videos were not really working out. But when they switched to these types of videos, where they have this gentleman acting as an avatar who is speaking about various political issues, it really flipped the switch and they are getting views. 3 days ago, this video has 37,000 views. These ones, 1 day ago, 24,000 views. It's 16,000 views. So they are really getting to blow up just because they switched and flipped the switch of the very, very niche that they were doing. Now, these kinds of videos are really doable. When you go to a tool, an AI tool like Jag AI, you can be able to create a voice over avatar using a simple tool that can emulate, first of all, any person who can speak. And this is super important when you're going into doing these kinds of videos. But this niche is rightly blowing up in the past few days, and I believe you can check out what they are doing and you can be able to emulate or get to see the patterns of what is really working out and take it on in a much more better way. Now, this second one is also very good. Actually, the way they are creating the videos is the same kind of way. They have only 7 videos, but they already have 721,000 views. Now, they're also talking about various political issues, but they're using the same format. And what they do, they get to create a voiceover using a tool like 11 Labs. You can be able to use a tool like 11 Labs, Fish Audio, Gen AI Pro. Gen AI Pro is also very good, but also kind of relatively cheaper than the other two. So after getting the voiceover, you can go to a tool like Jag AI and you can be able to create a speaking avatar of the specific person that you've chosen. You can choose any person and you can be able to create a speaking avatar. So it becomes very easy for you to create that avatar. And then from there, you can export the video and be able to create as many videos as you can. So this is an AI related channel that you can create and simply put out videos on every single day. When you look at how they are putting out videos, they are putting videos out on every day, and that is very important. When you are going into a channel like this, you want to put out videos on every day so that you can keep the people engaged, and it gives you access to even doing much more better. The other aspect that I look at when I look at mostly this video, I want to look at the thumbnails. How are they doing their thumbnails? Thumbnails are quite simple. They are thumbnails that are news related, but mostly designed to show current affairs, which is quite simple and quite good. This is one of the channels that you can emulate, which we have sourced out today. Now the other one is also very simple. I discovered this channel. It has 131 videos and they already have 939,000 views. Now what do they talk about? What they are talking about is basically true stories of different kinds of people who endured slavery, and mostly these stories are coming from the United States. And the way they are doing these stories, the stories are quite simple. They're very easy to make. Each and everything on these videos is done by AI, the voiceovers, the images. But the stories, what I've noticed is that the stories are quite lengthy. They are lengthy, and that is very important because when you go into such a niche, you want to do stories that are lengthy, stories that are going to keep people watching on for a longer time. And if people get to watch on for a longer time, it becomes very easy for them to enjoy the stories. But most importantly, for your site, it is very good because you can be able to get more money from AdSense, because that means YouTube is going to run more adverts using your videos, which is quite good. Let's go to the most popular videos and we look at them. When you look at the most popular videos, these videos, some of them were done 5 days ago. This one 5 days ago, 207,000 views. This one 4 weeks ago, 69,000 views. This one 2 weeks ago, 69,000 views. So that means what they are doing a whole lot of more videos, and some are working out well, others are not really playing out so much. But given that the videos are quite lengthy, that gives them a much more better chance of earning more money because they are in the history niche. I believe even the RPM can go up to $15 with this kind of lengthy videos. So this is also another niche that I believe you can go into and be able to make over $20,000 if you're really serious with the picking of the topics, which is quite important, and how you formulate them and how you are going to be able to put them out in a much more better way. Now let's go to this one. This one, it's really a channel that is doing content about Elon Musk. They have 266 videos and they already have 4.8 million views. Now what are they doing? What they're doing, it is simply narrating stories using a cloned voice of Elon Musk. This is quite simple. These are one of the simplest videos that you can be able to do because, I mean, they're not doing anything so special. When you look at what they do, I mean, they're just putting an image as a layover and they are narrating these stories with captions, which is quite simple. You can be able to create these voiceovers using different kinds of tools that are simple. A tool like Gen AI Pro is very good when it comes to creating these kinds of voiceovers. Now, what I can really put out when you're doing these kinds of videos, you want to search out topics that are really intriguing because you want people to be intrigued with what they get to watch. This channel, when you look at what they're doing, they're putting out very many videos. It's not like the videos are getting an enormous amount of views, but they are getting some videos that are really working out well. When you look at the popular videos, this one, 1 month ago, 427,000 views, 421,000 views 3 months ago. So they have some videos that are really working out and really doing well. So when you're going into this niche, even though it is really simple, you want to do topic research, and also you want to ensure that even before you go into any niche, you want to ensure that you adapt the element of warming up your account. This is how you warm up your accounts. When you go to any account that you've started, a new account that you're starting, or an aged account that you have, you want to be able to use it as a normal person would. Use it on a daily basis. You watch videos, comment, like, and subscribe. So after you warm it up for, I can say, over a week, then it's very easy for you to start uploading the videos very well that you've done. That gives you an edge because YouTube is really going to trust your account. Your account is going to be ranked with a high trust score, and when it has a high trust score, it is going to be very easy for you to do these kinds of videos, or even for any other niche that you would want to go into. Now, this one on the next on the list, it is also simple. And what they are doing, they are creating mostly videos about the British monarchy, about the king, and about different kinds of people who are in the monarch. So it's a monarch related news channel. And what I love about them is that the videos are quite lengthy. They are lengthy. I want us to look at the number of views that they have. They have already 118 videos and they have 1.3 million views. That is quite a lot. The other aspects that I looked at that are really consistent with how they are doing, their topics are quite good. Their choice of topics is what they are doing very well. So they are doing a very good job when it comes to picking out topics. When you go into such a niche, you want to be able to pick out topics that are going to capture the minds of people. It is very important. But also when you look at their thumbnails are really good because they are quite emotional. They capture the various emotions of the people that they are talking about. The emotions are seen throughout their faces, but also they have this kind of consistent style that they are using, and they are using 2 characters or 2 elements per thumbnail, which is working out very well. A black text with a white background and another white text with a red background, which is their signature text, which is put on each and every thumbnail. And I believe these kinds of thumbnails are working out very well because they capture the emotion, but also what they talk about in terms of what they outlined in the text is really very well articulated, which is really something that is doing wonders. When you look at their most popular video, let's go to the popular videos and we look at them. The most popular videos are already having 183,000 views, 149,000 views, 117,000 views. This is quite good. I always look at them because it is very important for you to look at these popular videos and when they were done. So you are going to find out if this channel is having new videos that they have done in the past week, in the past 2 weeks, the past 3 weeks, which is really doing very well. Now, when you get to do any faceless YouTube video, what is really going to happen is that you're going to have 20% of your videos out of the 100. I call it the 80-20 rule. You're going to have 20% of your videos outperform the rest of the 80% of the videos that you've put on any channel. So you don't have to get tired when you have started out the channel and you've done the right things when you're starting out the channel. You have to keep on posting and you keep on making changes to see what works out. There are certain videos that are going to outperform others in a much more better way than you would have expected. So it is very good that you keep up with the consistency and you keep up posting. And I believe such channels, given that they are quite lengthy, you can even be able to make over $20,000 per month. So let's go to this one. This one is in the mountain niche. When you look at the videos they've done 27 videos and they already have 923,000 views. Now, what are they doing? They're mostly highlighting different kinds of mountain disasters, things that happen to people who went on trips around various mountains. When you look at their thumbnails are distinct. They show 2 characters, but in one of the characters that they show an activity that is related to the tragic moment they are talking about in the topics. That is very important. So I've figured it out in most of the thumbnails, and the thumbnails are really blowing up because they are getting an insane amount of views. This is a channel that is not really so old. When you look at their video, the oldest one, it was created 1 month ago. So it is a 4 weeks old channel, a very brand new channel, but it is blowing up. When you look at the most popular videos, they have a video which was done 3 weeks ago. It already has 293,000 views. This one 7 days ago, it has 110,000 views. That means that this niche is brand new. And when you look at the styles of the videos that they are doing, these kinds of videos are really sought for. There is high demand for the videos, but the supply is low. There aren't very many people who are doing these kinds of videos, but also their thumbnails bring out intrigue. They are kind of intriguing in terms of people wanting to discover what really happened to these people. Because when you look at the comparisons that they are making with the first image on the right and then the images that are on the left, the images that are on the left in the thumbnail, they're kind of intriguing to make people want to click and watch what really happened to these people, and they are doing well. So this is one of the niches that you can go into and you can make progress. The other thing that I noticed, if you really want to outperform these channels, there is what they call the 1.5x rule when it comes to emulating channels. You want to do videos that are quite longer than what your competitor is doing. Because if you go into any niche and your competitor is doing videos, let's say they are 25 minutes long, you want to do videos that are, let's say, 35 minutes long. You want to do videos that are quite lengthy compared to your competitors, because with that, YouTube loves videos that are quite lengthy, and there is a higher chance that YouTube is going to supply your videos to many more people in that very niche compared to videos that are quite shorter than the videos that you've done. So that is one of the things that you want to do. Now, for the people who have forgotten to subscribe to our channel, I'm calling upon you to go and look at your subscription button and please click it. When you get subscribed to this channel, you're going to get access to various niches that we bring on a daily basis, niches that are going to help you to get a better sense of how you can start and get to do them, and how you can be able to earn money effectively from them. So through the various videos, we believe that you are going to make an informed decision of the easy niches that you can go into and be able to make money. So please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Now this one is in the aviation niche. When you look at what they have done, they've done 96 videos and they already have 2.1 million views. 2.1 million views is quite something really good, because I want you to look at their thumbnails. The thumbnails are quite simple. They are mostly about various kinds of jets, and the videos are about different fighter jets, but the simplicity of the thumbnails is also something that I've noticed that is working out for them very clearly, and their videos are really doing well. Now I want you to look at these most popular videos. The thumbnails are quite simple. They have a very simple text, and it is working out for them. Basically, the videos that they are doing, they are talking about these different kinds of fighter jets and their functionalities and how they do. It is something that you can do. Even when you can't be able to do this, you can rent out the services of someone on a platform like Fiverr. They can be able to do this for you in a much more better way. Now, I want you to notice something. Most of the channels that I put in these lists, they normally have a fewer number of subscribers, and when you look at the views, the number of views that they are getting, the number of views are outsurpassing even the number of subscribers. That is very important. When you look at such a scenario, you get to know that this niche that any channel is into, it has a low supply and a high demand. So when you want to go into any YouTube niche, you want to look at those aspects. It is very important that you go in for any niche with a low supply, where there are a few people. Mostly you can check out 5 or less YouTube channels who are doing those kinds of videos, but with a high demand, when the videos are really blowing up. That means you have a higher chance of also performing when you go into that niche early enough. But if you really go into a niche where it is saturated and there are very many people, and there are even channels who are failing in that niche, it is very hard for you to outperform in such a niche. So when you look at such an aviation niche where they have niched down to these fighter jets, the videos are blowing up, yet there aren't very many channels who are doing these kinds of videos. Of course, there are very many people who are doing videos about planes and all of that, but when it comes to niching down to fighter jets, there aren't very many people. So you want to look out for such a point, which is very important when you're sourcing out niches, to go into niches that will perform for you. When we go to this one, it is called US Agenda channel. They have only 13 videos, and when you look at what they've done 191,000 views. What I loved about this channel is that they have just started doing these videos. They did some videos way back, like 2 months ago, and then 4 days ago they switched. They started doing these styles of videos, news related, talking about things coming from mostly Canada and Washington. And when you look at the number of views that they are getting, they are blowing up. This one, 15 hours ago, it already has 36,000 views. Now, when you look at such scenarios and these kinds of channels that are blowing up, you want to look at the number of subscribers. The subscription number is very low, but the videos are getting a high, insane amount of views. This is what I always tell you about the low supply and high demand aspect. When you look at this one, this is one of the channels that you can go into because the demand is high, but the supply of these kinds of videos specifically is not really high. So when you cite it out, you jump into it and you can be able to outperform this particular person who is doing these kinds of videos. Now, such a channel can be able to get you over $15,000 because what you're going to get mostly is that if the demand is there, you're going to get the videos to go viral. But the other thing is that the videos that you put out on each and every day are going to perform. So if they keep on performing on every single day, that means you're going to get an insane amount of views, and with a high amount of views, you're going to really make money out of this Faceless YouTube channel. Now, this one is the last one on the list. What are they doing? Mostly, they are in the crime niche, but I want you to look at what they have done. They have a fewer number of subscribers. They have 35 videos, and they already have 1.4 million views. I want you to look at these thumbnails. What do you see when it comes to the thumbnails? What I've noticed, one of the patterns that I'm noticing when it comes to the thumbnails is that the thumbnails are quite clicky baity, and they evoke a scary kind of emotion. So people always look at this and they want to click on the videos. They want to know what really happened to the elements that are in the thumbnails. So when you're doing these kinds of crime related videos, or when you're going into this kind of niche, you want to investigate and see the styles of thumbnails that are working. If this kind of style is really working out for this channel, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You don't want to reinvent the wheel also on the style of the topics that are working out. If the topics are working out very well, you want to do topics that are slightly similar to what that particular channel is doing. You don't want to do exactly what they are doing in terms of the thumbnails and the topics, but the topics have to be kind of similar, because if people love these topics and they love these thumbnails, then you can be able to emulate what is already working. And also in terms of how they get to narrate the stories, that is very also important when you are going to go into such a niche, which I believe can get you over $15,000, because with the RPM of over $15, you can be able to outperform with this channel. When we go and look at the popular videos that are working out well, these videos mostly they were done 1 month ago, 8 days ago, 495,000 views. This one 8 days ago, 316,000 views. That means that many people are really seeking to hear about such stories with these kinds of videos. The demand for the videos is really there, because with videos that were are still blowing up, that were done 8 days ago, 1 month ago, 2 weeks ago, the demand for the videos is there, so you can be able to also perform. But the other aspect that I've seen that with this channel, there isn't that consistency when it comes to video length. When you're going into such and if you want to do videos that are quite lengthy, you can do videos that are 30 minutes long. And with longer videos, you have a higher chance of even outperforming channels that are already working out, because their videos will be quite shorter compared to yours. And YouTube loves longer videos. It is one of the aspects that you can capitalize on when you go into this particular niche. Now, for the people who have not yet subscribed to our channel, you're missing out on something very important. Before we go any further, I want you to please subscribe to this channel, because what you're going to get are the daily videos that we put out to allow you to get more opportunities of the various YouTube niches that are working out, super easy niches that you can go into and make money. If you really want to get access to that, I want you to please subscribe to our channel so that you can get access to these niches on a daily basis. Thank you.